I'm Blincoe, and thank you so for inviting me to come.
Pleasure.
I normally work and live in Denmark, so I don't know how sustainable it is. But I have a variety of interests in the UK anyway, so I don't only come to go to college here. I could do a very, very, very short thing, because I have only two answers to that. And one is, get on with it.
Yeah.
The second one is, we need some visions, and we need something to live into. So I'll just to fill up my minutes, elaborate a little bit on these two answers. And one is getting on with it. Listen, I've been working with sustainability since the late 80s. I was the senior designer to Anita Roddick's body shop when she created the body shop. So I was party to creating her brand. And I was party to developing her whole range of packaging. And also I set out together with Andy Ewan from the from the Yellow Pencil Company who I worked for. We set up her two first shops in Chichester and in Brighton. And we actually did one in Carnaby Street as well. But she inspired me. She was a visionary. She was a pioneer. And she had an idea. And she did it. And she got on with it. She didn't think a lot. She used to come in to the design studios and furious, and I don't like this and I like that. And for her it was simplicity, had to be absolutely good ingredients, it had to be as simple as possible, and it has to be as punchy as possible. And she actually didn't take no for an answer. And I think that's how she created what she created. I know there's been a lot of criticism about her, but she was a very inspiring woman. But since then, you know, I've been working in education. I've had my own design company in London. I have created my own educational center for designers and architects in terms of making them sustainable, literate. I've been director at Schumacher College in Devon, and so I've been working with it a lot. And I've heard so many excuses for not getting on with it. Oh, we don't know what to do, and no, there is no database, and no, there's no information, and no, they tried it over there, but they got it all wrong, and it's not green anyway, and one excuse after the other for not getting on with it. It's very simple. It's so simple, you know, as a housewife, you know you have certain resources, there's something in the fridge, and there's something here, and you cook a meal with it. Well, we have got one planet, folks. And we have so many resources, and there are 9 billion people of us, so I think it's very simple. We just have to save resources. And for designers, it's a very simple message. You minimize, make sure that whatever materials you use, you recycle. Because where else should they go? In Denmark, we actually have a tendency to burn all our resources or all our waste. It's a crime, actually, because you can't afford it anymore. And now with the oil price shooting through the roof, the resources, everything's going to get so expensive. And nobody will want you to use any resources in the future. So that's one very simple thing you can start doing. The other thing is, start it. You may make mistakes, it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. You know, you can't get it right the first time. We just have to keep going. And talk to your friends, talk to your colleagues, talk to your teachers. And if the faculty here is not willing to go with it, we'll demand that you have sustainability lectures here. And keep going and don't take no for an answer. You know, that's the only way you get anywhere. That's one thing. I think it's quite simple because I just have to complete this other bit. I spoke to Alan Jones. He was a councillor, city councillor of Woking, and in 10 years he reduced the CO2 emissions in Woking by 70% with old technology, but with a good way of persuading the other city councillors that this was a good idea. So he said, I listened to him doing a lecture, he said, technology is here, the processes are here, it's just will, political will, our own will, to do it or not do it. And I think it's only about a mindset. You know, we're so attached to your way to do things, we're so attached to our daily habits. Just shift slightly and you start taking sustainability on board and just become your way of life and your way of discussion and your way of doing things. Very easy, actually. So the excuse of don't know how to go about it, no, it doesn't work any longer. The other thing about the dream, what does that mean? I've got 1 minute or finished?
Half time.
The other thing about the vision, because that's the topic of my PhD, is about sustainable utopias. And I'm really looking at the utopias that we created in the past. There are actually a lot of them that have been realized, a lot of people who have been trying to create little communities around the planet, hundreds of them, with different social context or political context, or very often religious context. And now there are more and more little communities where they're actually working with environmental issues. And they seem to have survived, a lot of them. A lot of them have failed because the visions were too big or they were just too far out. But I think that, you know, a lot of people have learned a lot from these people. And I'm looking at, is there anything we can learn and bring into the future that we can learn from and work with? Because I think we need the dream. You know, like Martin Luther King said, you know, I have a dream. And you can't create anything until you have a dream. Satish Kumar, who was a founder, he's a monk, he was a founder of Schumacher College. He walked 5,000 miles with no money at all and really created a whole life out of that. He said, you have to have a dream before you do something. Once you have a dream, you can start going about making it happen. And that's what we lack. Where's our dream future? You know, where's our sustainable planet? I don't see it. I see 2012, I see Blade Runner, I see the end of the world, I see all these films that are doom and gloom, and it's terrible and depressed. See what we have done, and my God, we're terrible people. We're destroying each other, we're destroying the planet. Where's this vision of what we also can do? Because even though we have been called, or we could be called Homo stupidos, we are actually also Homo sapiens. And what about this planet out there that we could see, hey, look at this vision, you know, and start, and as designers, where is all the imagery, all the visualization of this wonderful thing we actually could do? And that's what I'm lacking, and that's, I think, specifically artists, designers, interior designers, architects, you know, you can help us create this vision that we would all like to have for the future. And I think those are very two simple things to just get on board. Thank you.
Amazing.